if I forgot to comment this before, I'd just like to comment that when Izumi says that the main character, or Makoto, isn't a very good judge of other people's feelings, and his trifling comments hurt people, I personally did not see that throughout the game. It just seemed like something thrown in there to segue into Makoto getting mad at Izumi for trying to deceive him, or whatever it was, and Izumi running out crying, essentially. So they was trying to kind of get into that and try to have a line to quote when that happens. But it didn't seem to really come off of any actual comment the character made earlier in the game. So I was a little bit stressed there. This whole ending is a little bit stressed. It's like, it's either, yeah, so it seems like just some sort of casual or kind of goofy, entertaining, funny thing they tacked on at the end of the game. That's not any real plot, and the game's already finished. This is the appendix. Which is, you may notice that there also is an appendix called the appendix. So this game seems to have multiple appendices. Well, let's go with it and see where they go. Izumi's claim is that she only tried to deceive Makoto into thinking he had premonitions because Okuhiko blackmailed her to do so. And it's not that she came up with the idea in the first place. And then, they did not try and travel back in time this time, even though we got the loop animation. Instead, they went forward in time. Or, not necessarily went forward in time, they went forward in time at the normal pace people usually go forward in time. And they woke up on April 7th instead of April 1st. And so now they're going through, like, the days afterwards, and this is reinforced by Kurumi having to go home, and, well, that's it. Oddly enough, though, the earthquake did happen again on the day they were pretending was April 4th. At the time it happened on April 4th, but to make things more confusing, they skipped a day. They skipped April 2nd. And so, they have to, in order for them to actually travel back in time, they would have had to actually travel. They have to miss an entire day, and then that skipping a day is making up for that missing of an entire day, like they slept through a day or something. Anyway, which if they time traveled, they wouldn't have had to do that. So very weird. I have no idea what's going on. I am very confused. I guess that's the intention. But it's a bit humiliating. Anyway, let's get on with it. Barbecue Part 2. At Princess Beach, everyone makes the preparations for the barbecue. At Okuhiko's request, Izumi-san brought some medicine from Luna Beach to stop the diarrhea he was suffering from. Oh, I see, okay. Right now, Okuhiko is holding the medicine in his hand while apparently looking for water. When Yuka sees Okuhiko like that, she suddenly speaks up. Hey Makoto, did you steal them? Huh? You stole the rice balls that I made for lunch, didn't you? Oh. I didn't know about that. Anyway, there's no way that I'd want to eat your cooking again. Huh, that's strange, even though I was so certain that it was you. I placed them on the table in the living room. If that's the case, then I took them. Huh? Then you ate them, Haruka? Haruka shakes her head. Then who was it? It was... Blech. Okuhiko tries to take the medicine but spits it out. Cough, cough, cough. It must be hard to try to take medicine like that without any water, huh? Oh, okay. I can do it. Before long, we've reached the climax of the barbecue. Everyone continues to put on the fine performances they've done so far. Saki messed up and spills beer on Yuka just like last time. Hey, Saki. Sorry. They're going to fight again, oh brother. Okuhiko, thinking this is a real fight, seems to be panicking. You'd think he'd be calm the second time. At least that's what I think. I only apologized twice. It's hardly what you'd call countless. Twice is enough for this shameful drunkard, right? Shameful drunkard? Ah, here it comes. Well, at least it's just acting. I stand by the sidelines watching as a spectator. But... it's difficult to act when you're drunk. Dash it. Okay, this is probably some sort of trying to copy some idea from Japanese where it looks like profanity and it's supposed to like be a slurring of a word. Whatever. Maybe it really is just what it says. Huh? It seems Yuka is really angry. She looks really drunk. You've done it now. You scratched me with your nails. And so a big fight begins between both of them, one that we had not planned. Hey, stop it, you idiots. Haruka and I restrained Saki, and Izumi-san and Okuhiko restrained Yuka. The four of us managed to somehow separate them. Yuka-chan, Saki-chan, please calm down, okay? I grabbed Saki by the arm. Izumi-san, I'll calm down Saki, so... I'll leave Yuka to you. After that, I take Saki away from the others and settle down by the rock wall. Saki, what happened? This isn't like you at all. Oh, this is what's gonna happen here. My words aren't very supportive. Just then, all of a sudden... Saki starts crying. I instinctively panic. What kind of guy wouldn't panic if he saw a girl in front of him start to cry? Well, maybe there are some who wouldn't. Why did this happen? I don't know what to say. I can't find any good words. Sorry, I'll go back to the others. When you calm down, you should come too. I tell her this and try to take my leave. However, before I can walk away, Saki tightly grabs my arm. Don't go. Huh? Since Saki's head is lowered, I can't read her expression. Why did you end up being the one to comfort me? That's because you were angry, of course. That's not it. Wouldn't you have preferred to comfort Yuka? Not really. I can't handle Yuka that well when she's drunk. Is that really it? This is contrived and extremely stressed. The very forced segue. Makoto-kun, the truth is, I'm happy that you were the one who ended up comforting me. Really happy. I see. Can we talk about this later? It's about time to go back. Wait. Saki grabs my arm again. She tugs my arm and leaves me behind the shade of a large rock. From here I can't see the others. But on the other hand, that means no one else can see us because path reversibility. Makoto knows his physics. Can't be. Except when you diffract around a corner. But before you go back, there's one thing I want you to do. What is it? Saki firmly stares into my eyes. Her eyes are cloudy, her cheeks are red. This is... You still don't get it? I do get it, but don't want to admit it. It's more like I don't want to get it. Izumi-san is close by. I can't give in to her temptation here. I still haven't gotten it yet. What? Geez, do you have to say it out loud? If it's possible, please don't say what I think you're going to say. My first kiss. I want to get it from you. Saki brings her face close. The pier within me known as reason slowly breaks apart. My normal patterns of thinking are on the verge of collapse. My lips are on the verge of landing on hers. Saki's lips are waiting for me. This will give me the bad ending, probably. A suicidal oaken. When I come to, I'm in my bed in the lodge. Why am I here? I touch my own lips. Did I do it? I can't remember. It feels like I did. If possible, I hope that I'm making some sort of misunderstanding. And at that time, suddenly a clamorous sound echoes along with Okuhiko bursting into my room. He time travels forward every time he kisses somebody. Haruka-chan's gone. Okuhiko gathers Yuka and I in the living room and starts giving us the details. After that, I returned to the lodge and took a shower. I got out of the shower at 9:30, and then when I tried going into Haruka-chan's room, Haruka was gone. Yeah. Anyway, after that, I tried looking around the area around the lodge on my own. Hey Okuhiko, what were you doing in Haruka's room in the first place? What? Now that you mentioned it, is pretty weird. Oh. Yeah, and I just remembered Haruka was supposed to go missing. So that you would go look for it. Yeah, okay. And she would be found in the Shikinomori shrine. That is, well, right. The door was open, so when I thought I should try to close it. You stood in front of the door and found the room empty? Right. Is that really what happened? Anyway, sitting still here won't get anything solved. And she says as Yuka stands up. Why don't we all quickly split up and look for Haruka? We should get Izumi-san and Saki's help. Alright, first Makoto, you go call Izumi-san, then after that go search the harbor, shopping district, and the eastern side of the island, okay? Got it. Okuhiko-kun, do a thorough search of the area around Moon Beach. What about the graveyard? Okay. She left out the graveyard. I'll try searching Princess Beach, Viewpoint Park, and the southern side of the island. Saki tries searching around the lodge one more time. Alright. Haruka-chan, wait for me, I'll definitely find you. Wait, Okuhiko, maybe Haruka ran away because she was fed up with being in your presence for too long. Ishihara, why would you say something like that? It's a possibility. We need to consider all possibilities in this situation, right? Well then, let's begin the search right away. If you find her, return to the lodge immediately, got it? I immediately head for Luna Beach. Izumi-san, it's time. Yes, Haruka-chan's gone now, right? After this bizarre exchange, we head for the shopping district. We walk closely together through the silent, deserted shopping district. The date has already changed to April 5th. Of course, it's actually April 10th. I suddenly look up and see a starry sky spread before me. It's a beautiful sky that, just like the one from the night Izumi-san confessed to me. Finally, this is the time I was waiting for. Again, the sky repeats as well as the earthquake. This is my best chance. She confessed to me under a starry sky, so I'll answer her under a starry sky too. I take a deep breath before exhaling. I gulp and then quietly start talking. Huh? Yes? You were supposed to be searching the area around Moon Beach, weren't you? So what are you doing here? In the end, Izumi-san, Okuhiko, and I end up searching for Haruka. It's already over. All I want is to just end this all completely. After looking around once, or pretending to, everyone gathers at Luna Beach. Actually, we haven't found Haruka. At least that's what we're telling Okuhiko. Haruka-chan, where'd you go? Okuhiko sounds miserable. He's completely exhausted. Everyone else also looks tired. Very well. Then it's time we reach the grand finale display. Hey, Okuhiko. The truth is, there's just one place we haven't looked for Haruka yet. What? Why didn't you say so earlier? Now, calm down. Say it, hurry up and say it. Alright. The place we haven't looked yet is the shrine. To me, it seemed like Haruka had an interest in old shrines and temples. The shrine, you mean the one on that cape that Izumi-san told us about? Yeah, she's probably there. I see, so Haruka-chan's at the shrine. Wait for me, Haruka-chan. With that, Okuhiko begins to run away in a frenzy. We see him off until he's no longer in sight. Well then, it's about time we go back now, isn't it? I agree. I'm so beat. Shall we call Haruka-chan over? You think so, Izumi-san? Alright, let's just give it up live it up in the lodge after a bit until Okuhiko gets back. Sounds good. But no alcohol for you, Yuka. What? Why not? Do I even need to say it? Before long, Izumi-san comes out with Haruka. Are we going back? Yeah, with this, it's over. It's all over. By the time Okuhiko returns to the lodge, you've already had quite a bit of fun. Hey, what are you doing here, guys? Hey, Okuhiko, you're late. Don't just stand there. Get inside. Aren't you tired? Come on in, we have everything ready for you. Hey, Okuhiko, come here and and see what we've got in store. Okay. Are you guys seriously worried or not? What about Haruka-chan? Welcome back, Okuhiko. Like I was saying, this isn't the time to say welcome back. You... ... Huh? The lodge is filled with echoes of our laughter. We can't seem to stop. Okuhiko just stands there stock still and dumbfounded. And thus our fun summer camp has ended. 10 days of memories. When we finished our merrymaking, everyone goes to sleep. I stand alone in the living room, having gathered all my luggage. Izumi-san is peacefully sleeping on the living room sofa. In the end, I couldn't respond to Izumi-san's feelings. I planned to leave the island before everyone else. I planned to disappear from Izumi-san's life. It's better if she forgets about me. The moonlight from the window shines upon Izumi-san's hand. She is grasping that bell. I recall the past 10 days. A lot of things really did happen in those 10 days. I feel tears welling up within my eyes. Farewell. I whisper this to the sleeping Izumi-san. At that time, she turns in her sleep and drops the bell. Without another word, I quietly leave the lodge. I board a ferry headed for the mainland. I go inside and sit down at a window seat. Before long, all my fatigue that's accumulated up until now catches up with me all at once, and I begin to fall into a deep sleep. When I close my eyes, a scene is reflected off my shut eyelids. Izumi-san's sleeping face as she breathes peacefully, and that bell falling from her hand. Okay, this is the bad ending credits. Cool. So we got Izumi Bad End A. There's an ending skipped here. So... Okay, so this is it. So let's try just kind of not kissing any of them. I have Izumi-san. I can't betray Izumi-san.
So. 誠は私はじゃあ別のお願い
Catch a lot of sea roaches and place them in a plastic bag. Okay. So don't.
そう。はっきり好きでもない女とはキスできないってまったく。
Huh? Receive your punishment from me. In other words, let her slap me once was all she's got. That hurts so much I pass out. The end of the play, and then I'm drinking tea at Luna Beach. It's our wharf. Okay. And thus our fun summer camp had ended. And then this happens. Okay. This is also where the woman I love is. Nevertheless, last night was a masterpiece. Right now we're sharing time together. This time of utmost bliss is more important than anything in the world and can never be replaced. I only realized this obvious fact very recently. Okihiko's face back then. But maybe we went a little too far. We deceived him for 3 days, after all. From the start, the one who started this whole deception game was him. If it hadn't been for you, it would have been me in his shoes. You're right. I guess you could say he got his just desserts. Right. But why did Okuhiko-kun allow himself to be so easily deceived? After all, he could have just spoke with a stranger or made a phone call to confirm it if he had really time traveled, right? Yeah, well, the thing is, it's like this. It was faintly, but it seems Okihiko realized early on that he might be being tricked. However, he denied that fact that he was being deceived and consciously made sure to faithfully repeat the same actions. By doing so, he would ensure that the same events would repeat, and he would be able to make plans in advance to manipulate future events in order to make his wish come true. That is, trying to impress Haruka. To use a video game analogy, he considered the previous 6 days as his Haruka walkthrough and tried to use this knowledge to woo her. To him, it was as if he had reloaded from an earlier save point in a video game, even though there are no save points or reset buttons in life. He lost the moment he failed to realize that. That might be right. Izumi-san says this, placed her fingertips around the handle of her teacup and brings it up to her lips. She does this in a very polished, refined, and yet natural way. Could you call this elegant? I can't stop myself from staring, mesmerized by these simple actions. What are the others doing right now? Izumi-san asks this as she fiddles with her teaspoon with her slender fingers. They're surely making their preparations to go home. And you're not? I plan to stay here a little while longer. Are you alright with that? You don't care, even if it means dropping out of college? Although she says this, Izumi-san looks very delighted and smiles. So we're just gonna forget that she's a professor and she has to go back to give lectures as well? Before long, it begins to rain. It's raining, huh? That's right, even though the weather was so good up until now. We're just gonna forget everything from the Izumi Curé ending. It just never happened, apparently. Hey. Yes? Can we go outside? Huh? There's somewhere I want to go with you. We leave. We head towards my goal while getting under a single umbrella. Hey, where do you plan on going? You'll know when we get there. Izumi-san nestles close to me under the small umbrella. Intentionally made small. I tilt the umbrella to prevent her shoulders from getting wet. Izumi-san silently returns it to its original position. Her soft palm touches my wrist. Okay. This is Princess Beach, isn't it? Right. This is the place I wanted to go. Wow, so there really are some places on this island whose location you're not sure about, huh? Hey, don't make fun of me, that's not true at all. But why here? A lot of things happened in these past 10 days. Yeah. Montage.
えて。
There's a wet version. That was pretty simple. Afterwards. Yeah, it's like a university bell chime. It's all finally over. But you've changed, haven't you, Saki? How so? You've gone a rank down. You've dropped out of K University to enter our college. Well, that's because I no longer had any interest in that university. Furthermore, the environment there was the worst. I don't think the environment here is much better. More importantly, did you hear the news? What news? Hey, Oni-chan. Kurumi? Good morning, Oni-chan. Hey, Kurumi, would you stop calling me that when we're at school? Okay then, senpai. Kurumi, you're not in high school anymore, right? But we go to the same college, a senpai's a senpai, right? Well, I guess that's true, but... More importantly, did you hear the news, Oni-chan? Huh? Kono, did you buy it? Haruka? Did you buy a new spinning reel? Spinning reel? What's with this all of a sudden? Anyways, didn't you just buy a new reel? That one's no good. And just when we're about to go. Go, where are we going, Haruka? Didn't you see the bulletin board? Why would I look at that? The next Golden Week. Good morning, Makoto. Oh, so it's Yuka this time. Oh, what's with that tone? Nothing, I didn't mean... Then what did you mean? Trifling comments, okay. Yuka, you reek of alcohol. Don't tell me that you were drinking again this morning. I didn't drink that much, just a liter. More importantly, have you heard the news? Hey. What's going on? Everyone is talking about the news. The next Golden Week. You said that earlier. In the trunk of my beloved don't talk about unrelated things. We're telling you, we're talking about that. That? Kurumi's coming with you guys too. Coming with us, where are we going? Geez, isn't that obvious? The seminar camp. Hey, hurry up and take your seats. Class is about to begin. Would that have been a surprise? Okay. Okay, so Izumi Good End, Izumi Epilogue. So now we know another reason why there might be 3 extra endings in this Eternal Edition as opposed to the original CD files. This was probably not a separate ending listed in the original CD files clear list. Right. But I still presume this is Izumi Curé Good Ending B, which nothing new unlocked appears there, which is kind of funny. This appears to be Izumi Bad End B. There's 3 here. I don't know what's up with those. So let's try to get those remaining 2 endings I just pointed out. Let's see about the CGs. We still have 2 Yuka ones missing. Saki one missing, 2 Saki ones missing. So 3 Saki ones missing, 2 are in a series. One Izumi one missing, and then 2 barbecue variations missing. Okay, let's try to hit this really bad ending. I have an idea of how you might do this. Just kiss all of them. I see what's going on here. So, yeah, you get the exact same thing as the good ending, except you hit this. Azumi-san, sorry. Huh? I betrayed you. What do you mean? Ha 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 ha. Izumi-san's shoulders shake. All I can do is continue to fake laughing. Just then, fooled you! Wah! My heart nearly leaps out of my chest in shock. Were you surprised? Were you surprised? Oh, so when you kiss Kurumi? Kurumi takes this gleefully. He. Izumi-san shaking shoulders. Or because she was trying to hide her laughter? In quick succession, everyone reveals themselves. Yuka, Saki, and Haruka, everyone is laughing their guts out. What's going on? They didn't explain it to me. All the events that had happened up until now has been planned by Kurumi and her twisty twist with yet another twist candid camera-esque plan. In other words, extending the lodge in order to deceive Okuhiko was part of it. Kurumi leaving after the first day was part of it. Yuka, Haruka, and Saki tempting Makoto one by one was part of it. Everything was planned out. However, Okuhiko was the only one who didn't know about this, so he really was being deceived. In other words, there have been two candid camera-esque plays going on simultaneously in the past 4 days. I stand there completely dumbfounded. I'm just like Okuhiko last night. Suddenly, as they continue to laugh, Izumi-san catches my attention. There are tears in her eyes. It's how I look right now, really that funny? But within her face I see a twinge of sorrow appearing and disappearing. Is it just my imagination? At that moment a bell falls from Izumi-san's hand. It's that bell. Okay. That's kinda lame. Okay, got the bad in B. Huh. I'll take a short break and then I'll try to... This is the hard one, this number 12. That's tough. Okay, I'm gonna try to conquer this. Hoping it's gonna happen. Oh dear. Okay, let's fast forward. So this is Izumi Curé. Let's try some stuff. Let's try to get the good ending B. Okay. Does this choice matter? I don't know. Okay, no choices yet. Okay, I got all the way to here with no choices. Well, this is just a title card for the day. Keep going. No choices yet. Still no choices. Still no choices. Okay, already all the way to the fourth. Here's the first choice we get to. So I'm going to... I probably already have a save for it. But... I'm going to drop a save anyway. Okay, now just let's see if we can do a depth search. So I do. We should tell them the whole truth. Continue to listen. I'm still mad. I do. Mention the bell's disappearance. Take Izumi-san. Bad end. Okay. Then they hit stop the car at the end. It's gonna make me go through this without, it's not skippable. Okay. Okay. I did that wrong. Okay. Top. 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 I'm not mad. Oh. So mention or don't mention is the second to last choice. Okay. Not very good at this. Don't mention. And then this gets you bad end, right? Okay. I guess you say I'm not mad? No, it's this one. Okay. So I do or I don't. I don't. Mention. And then hit this. This bad ends, right? Okay. This is probably pretty boring to watch. So click the first thing. Hit I don't. Mention it. Stop the car.
星は永遠に輝き続けるの。水の中で。いつまで
Then you get this. Okay. I can't
だからその輝きを忘れないでね。
exit it because it's actually a cutscene that auto scrolls.
一緒にいようね。
Okay. So then this ought to be the bad end, I believe. Top, top. I don't. Oh, whoops. Okay, I already did this. Great. First choice until I get to here, then I hit I don't. Then I hit don't mention it. And then that gets bad end. Correct. Okay. So you hit I'm not mad. And you just hit the top ones. Okay. I hit this. It's gonna do this to me, which I can't skip, which is obnoxious. Okay. Load. Tell them the whole truth. Take a listen. Say I'm not mad. Say I do, and then don't mention it. Oh, well, now I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Huh. See, this tends to lead to a bad ending. Mention. If you stack them. So you say keep it in your heart and then don't mention it. Keep it in your heart, but then don't mention it. So you do both bad choices. Did I hit something I can't skip? I hit something I can't skip! Yes! At this rate, Izumi-san will. Okay, so you gotta double up on the bad. Okay. You just can't mix and match them. You have to do one or the both or neither. I put my hands around Izumi-san's sides and lift her body up. I try dragging her body to the edge of the road. But I trip on something and fall flat on the ground. Lying by my feet is that fragment of concrete. I don't have time to speak. Yes. Think of another way should be it. There must be another way. My thoughts instantly begin to kick into high gear. The car gets closer and closer. It's moving as fast as a bolt of lightning. Calm down and think. As soon as I think that, Haruka rushes out in the middle of the road. She waves her hands wildly as she boldly blocks the path of the car. Finally noticing her, the driver quickly slams on the brakes. The tires screech. The car slides on the wet road. It still hasn't slowed down. Haruka, standing in a spread eagle position, is still waving her arms. Through the openings in her body, I see the red car is still approaching. Haruka. Right then, an unbelievable scene occurs before my eyes. Haruka's body is swallowed up into the body of the car. As if she is a mirage, as if she was an illusion. The car slips right through Haruka's body. The car approaches us with great speed. That was never explained in the other ending. Because Haruka is just, it's like, Haruka doesn't exist, right? Because we changed the past so that she doesn't exist. Or is it Schrodinger's exist? The lump of iron swoops down on us. I'm hit with an impact so strong it feels like it could break my back. My body is sent flying high in the air. Izumi-san's body is lying on the road. Oh, this is the ending. Okay. Well, at least they got something new. So let's grab this. Apparently, think of another way is incorrect. I've got to move her. No matter what happens, I'll protect Izumi-san until the end. I stand up again. With my feet firmly on the ground to pick up Izumi-san's body. The car is getting closer and closer. It's moving as fast as a bolt of lightning. This is bad. Yes, I think that. Okay? Still can't skip. Same dialogue. Still can't skip it. Car smashes right into my flank with enough force to break it. My body is sent flying forward. But I don't dare let go of Izumi-san. Okay, but wouldn't she also get hit? I firmly embrace her body. Doing my best to protect her, I land on my back. I receive the full impact of the crash. I die. Strangely, there's no pain. It's not just pain, I've lost all sensation throughout my entire body. I try to stand up, but I'm not sure where or how to put strength in my body. My body is lying face up. On top of me is Izumi-san. Makoto-kun? Izumi-san puts her hands on the road and looks at my face. From her expression and tear-choked voice, I can tell that Izumi-san is all right. I try to mutter this, but instead of words coming out of my mouth, overflowing blood comes out instead. It flows out my mouth and begins to dissolve in the water. I try to crawl over to Izumi-san's side as if my body is not listening to what it's being told. Makoto-kun, Makoto-kun, hang in there, Makoto-kun. Why? Why did you protect me? Because I love you. No, I don't want this. Makoto, you can't die. Because I love you. Because I love you too, Makoto. Her voice sounds distant. Well, you see, that tends to cause death. Because writers tend to want to make the player feel things. So they want to create tragic situations, you see. So in a fictional story, if you fall in love with somebody, that tends to invite their death. You haven't figured this out yet? A vague consciousness is fading. Everything before me is beginning to turn white. I slowly close my eyes, but I'm glad I was able to protect Izumi-san until the end. In that instant, my consciousness suddenly ceases. Please, wake up. Wake up. Makoto-kun, if you're gone. I don't want that. That's no good. I couldn't go on living. I want to always be by your side. I don't want to die. Hey, wake up. I said wake up. Just one more time. I want to see the stars with you. The stars. The stars. Izumi. I open my eyes. The rain is falling. I see a gray sky. Countless drops of water are flying down. Are you alright? Hang in there. Izumi, she's crying. Beyond her, I see the tip of a tall cliff. I feel a sensation of slippery mud on my back. What am I doing? In a place like this? You're at the bottom of the cliff again. Oh, this is... Oh, dear. So you just don't die in the first place? Oh. I try to stand up as I say this, but as I thought, my body won't move. Every time I take a breath, a large amount of blood comes overflowing from my mouth. Because Makoto, can you save me from falling off that cliff? Makoto, can you... How do you do that? Protected me. Well, no, she fell off anyway. Like, she pulled you down with her because you were hanging on to her. She fell first. She would hit first. Cliff, I mustered my strength and raised my left hand. 6th Saturday, 10:26 a.m. The former Izumi-san's words faintly pop into my mind. The moment you create that history, the history in which I don't die, you go back to the true real world. Izumi-san? Wait. Is that a flashback to... What? I'll have to study this later. Star, huh? The star sand. Star sand? Star sand? What are you talking about? The cold rain falls. Beyond the sound of rain, I hear an ambulance siren. Though my left hand is numb, I use it to search my pocket despite my body's complaints. And I take out the 3 grains of star sand. They're in the blue transparent water. The 3 stars, as if nestling together, shine. It seemed there was an intentional crackling sound included with that credit music. It probably won't come through on recording, but it came through for me. That was, I don't know, your earbuds broke. Pretend. Okay, let's look at this. New tips. Vane Island. One of Kurumi's favorite manga. Okay. It's thought that the vein in the title comes from a vain dream of wealth and splendor. Okay. If Curé syndrome really does exist, then when delusions become reality, when a new reality is brought forth by a firm thought, then it's said the person afflicted with Curé will return to the true real world, from the delusional one that they have dwelt in. It's as if they're being released from the infinite loop, as if they're waking up from their own vain dream of wealth and splendor. Perhaps the events on the island that Makoto and the others are on might be depicted in a similar story. Huh. Well, you get released because now it's no longer a delusion anymore, because it's real. Okay. Okay, so missing these four. There's a lot of tips still missing. Okay. Ending 16 out of 19. Izumi Curé B, A Vain Dream. Okay. We have 3 more left. If you look at the original files, you would think there's only 2 more left. And they're described, because I believe we're going to go back to those files now. Hold on while I click through my file system here. Or I accidentally goofed up a lot. Okay. Let me try that again. Okay, now let me try this. Cool. So going through these, this would be Yuka route good end, Yuka route bad end, Haruka route good end, Haruka route bad end, Saki route good end, Saki route bad end, Kurumi route good end, Kurumi route bad end, Izumi Curé ending A, Izumi Curé ending B, Izumi Curé bad ending, Izumi route good ending, Izumi route bad ending A, Izumi route bad ending B. And there's only 2 left, which I assume is appendix and bad appendix or something. Nothing new unlocked when we finished the Izumi routes. Then we have common, Yuka, Haruka, Saki, Kurumi, Izumi Curé, and Izumi. There's no more. So I presume that the additional endings are what we would call the append story. Okay, let's look at, there's scenes missing as well. There's that one. Before Bodyguard and after Suicidal Oaken. That's kind of weird. 3, 4, 5. And then all of these. Got all of the musics. Okay. We're missing one of these. That's interesting. We'll pick this up in the next recording. So it appears that I've gotten all the endings but the appendix, but there are still some oddly missing things. Like there's some scenes missing. There's some CGs missing. And there's a movie missing. And it would be somewhat odd that all those things would be in the appendix. But we'll see if that's the case on the next recording.